Gary, this is your January 30th, 2020 lesson. As we talked before we got started, you got that right hand grip too strong. You got to get that knuckle up on top and that V pointed at your righty, or that's causing you to get a little shut at the top and all. But setup looks good. The eye line, you're kind of looking down. See how Scott's eye line is up here?
Yeah.
Now you got a good chance of that shoulder snagging on your chin. Mm-hmm. So we want a little more chin up.
Yep.
But hands are hanging nicely under your shoulders. That looks good. So there we go. Let me take it. That was position 1 is the setup. Position 2 is pretty doggone good. See how the shaft of the club is parallel to your toe lines. As a matter of fact, it's over the toe line. The butt of the club is here. Mm-hmm. It started here. You can live with that. That's fine.
Okay.
So you match up well with Scott at this point. Here's his club head. The only thing, and I'm sure this is from the grip. See how the face of the club, this is shut. And see how his, can't see, there. See, it's toe up.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that shows there's not much forearm rotation. To get a toe up, you've got to have forearm rotation, and the forearm rotation is actually what puts you on plane. So, the good news about it is the shaft of the club is perfect. Okay, now, if you get it so severe, like over here, it's going to be shut. So we get it more of a neutral grip, where that knuckle's up on top and that V is over here. It's easier to get to this position. So with that shut is, then you're coming down, and then your body at some point will say it's shut, and there'll be a tendency to leave it open, trying to save it with your hands. Okay, so no great trauma here, other than we need that thing a little bit toe up. Okay. And when we get to this position, this is really good. See how you're all in plane? Mm-hmm. Here's the shaft parallel to the yellow line. Head hasn't moved. The shoulder is now approaching your chin at this point. Yep. So right now everything is good. Yeah. So you get to a really good position there at the top, except we've got this knee pointed out.
Yeah.
See now he's got long pants on, but when he gets to the top, looking from behind, you can kind of drive a small car through there. Mm-hmm. He's got no room. So you got this thing out here like this. And so I like the idea that you got your heel up, but when you want that thing, that knee pointed behind the ball instead of like this. Okay. So, but, again, having said that, this is in pretty good shape. In fact, it's great. See, it's all on plane. Mm-hmm. So now, this is where the problem starts. Okay. So as you come down, see here, see the blur of the club head outside your hand?
Yep.
So we're coming over the top.
Okay.
See, when he comes down, look, you can't see the blur of the club head, but it's in here. See, it's here and then here. So, you'll get the blur inside. Now, when it's out like this, if you don't do anything else, you'll either stick a fork in the ground right behind you, because that's coming too steep. So hit right here, or you end up pulling it. Now your body goes, oh, the club is out here. You know you're going to pull it. So what you do is kind of hang on and leave the club face open. And you manufacture the flies, right? So you come in here to get curving back, you got to leave the club face open like this, and then you get the side spin. The problem also when you're coming inside, over the top, is if you cleared your hips like Scott and all the good players, where would that ball go? Directly left and more left. Yeah.
And I've done that.
So your misses will be fast, tall, and flight.
Okay.
Here's the good news is the head hasn't moved hardly at all. That's really good. Okay, so you come down, see that knee has to get out of the way and get behind you. Now here's another thing that's good about it is, see how you're keeping your butt against the back wall? That's excellent. Most people that come over the top like this try to save it and go like this. So you have this thing going. So the body turn is pretty doggone good. It's the hand path and the trace of the club is over the top.
Okay.
Way different than most other people over the top. They'll go like this, and then they'll go belly to the ball. So you can work with this. Look at this. This is really good. Okay. The thing is, and here's the magical position. When it's right here. Here's the shaft. Pre-impact position. When he comes down, and all the other good guys, look where the shaft is, right over his forearm. So now you can see he's tackling it from the inside. You got over the top, hang on, and things like that. So the damage is done right in here.
Yeah.
And and it's not done because of the closed club face. It's just there's some irregularities of the swing, but it's not causing any trauma. It's just when you're up here, we're going like that. And I'll back up and I'll show you why you're doing that. Let's look from the other dimension. There shouldn't be any surprises. Let's see here. See? Yeah, that's your thumb. So that B that B is pointed out here.
Yeah.
So, okay. And also here, if you look, it looks like, your weight is kind of forward, right? Like you got maybe instead of 45, 65, so we kind of like to hit wedges that way, chip shots. But, and then we can show you by, and this would be an easy fix. So the weight is like that, and if you look at favorite little model here. See, that's an address. So, see how his, these lines are showing that his weight is evenly distributed, as opposed to yours, with how you're kind of leaning forward. So, again, compared to the over the top, it's not causing it to go over the top. It's just something you might want to clean up. Okay, so then I like this. See how your shoulder is actually driving the back turn.
Okay.
It's really good. And you had a problem too, like I think once you've been in that right one early and jamming it inside.
Okay.
This is pretty good. So both arms are straight at this position. That's really good. Now you're kind of getting over to the right side now, so there's a shift back. Okay, so, this isn't a bad position at the top at all. Shoulders are pretty well turned. That right shoulder is almost disappearing. That left shoulder is about behind the ball. But you got the upper body kind of going straight up, and the good guys, that upper body has a lean this way, as opposed to this way. See how there's no lean away from the target. I think most of that is the weight here. So it's like this. So even this up, and then you get this left shoulder over the right foot. See how that leans away? Now you're behind the ball and can go.
Okay.
This is kind of setting you up for this. So you get more wound up. This over this foot, and then go.
Okay.
Again, not causing you the big trauma. What's causing the big trauma is over the top. Okay, so then you come down. And see that's good action there. Look, facing everything. It's just late because coming in steep, you can't turn out of the way. So all this lower body action is good, except you just working from a very weak position of that over the top.
And is that caused by my right hand? Position? Or?
Yeah, let me see.